Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Wow. Well, guys, it is starting to get real. I was just reading two articles this morning, and both of them on bank closures. And one of them is for the UK, where Barclays is closing 325 branches. They're adding 266 to the ones they already just closed. Now, you think of the impact of that, guys. Like, we're not just talking about they're, cutting back, because what they're going to say is, well, we got more people banking online and da 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 da, and they're going to give all these rationales, but it's not that, guys. It's a liquidity crisis, zero doubt. And think about the impacts in this way. Look at all the employees that are not going to be at those branches, and we're not just talking about the part-time clerks that work at the counter there. No, you got all of the loans officers, you've got the assistant branch manager, the branch manager, and the like, and all that. And more than likely, you've got some district bank managers when you're talking that many banks closing. So there's a lot of folks that are going to be losing their jobs. And not to mention, you're going to see communities not having the services that they once did, to be able to actually go in and meet with their banking officer to talk about their finances, plan their retirement accounts, maybe get another loan for some rentals on their house. What? Nope, you're going to be dealing with an automated system that is going to be coming out and just making all the decisions, AI, no person-to-person stuff, and you're going to lose a big facet of our financial system with the closures of these banks. Now, not only Barclays is closing banks, but Lloyd's is going to be closing 66 branches. You're seeing this throughout the UK, and it's not just these two banks. There are other banks closing, and that is a big tell as far as I'm concerned. Now, the other article I read had to do with Australia. I guess there's a bank there known as Bank West that is literally closing every single one of its branches on the east coast of Australia. That is huge. Now, maybe they're going to come out and say, well, look, being that we're Bank West, we don't get a lot of clients out of this East Coast area. But guys, I'm telling you, I don't care what their narrative is. This is all coming down to a liquidity crisis. And I think you are probably in the next 2 to 3 months. You could potentially be seeing a big run on the bank. So if you haven't gone out and put a little cash aside, I would just say it doesn't hurt to do that. It's like, what difference does it make if it's in your sock drawer or in your bank account? The interest that the bank is paying you is next to nothing anyway. So you may as well have access to it 24 hours a day and not worry about whether or not the power goes down, or the bank has a holiday or what, and you're not able to get your cash, or some of it at least. Guys, this is a big deal in my view, because it says a lot. Look, when the economy is booming, you're going to see banks having branches all over. Why? Because they want to get you in there. They want to bring you in. It's not just about online banking. It's that personal experience. It's like, it's the extended hand, the handshake, the this and that, and they want your business. They want it bad. I had a friend one time tell me, and I really, really like this. The bank, this is what they're like, guys. They give you an umbrella when the sun is shining, and then they take it away when it starts to rain. That's what the bank is like. The bank is there to make money off your money. The whole idea of fractional reserve banking. And look, at one point, they had to keep a certain portion of your money on deposit in order to affect this fractional reserve banking. But laws are in place, at least in the United States, that they don't even have to withhold any. 100% of your money can be used in this whole fractional banking system. And in fact, when you put your money in the bank, you read the fine print. It is no longer yours. You have made an investment. Even if it's your paycheck that's getting deposited once every 2 weeks, it's now theirs. And they can shut you out like that. And in fact, the legislation's out there, guys. In this next major financial crisis, it's a bail-in, not a bailout. What's a bail-in? A bail-in is this. Let's say you got 10 grand sitting in the bank, and then they have a bail-in because the bank is faltering. Well, you might wake up to, number one, not having access to your cash right away. And number two, maybe 1 or 2 weeks later when the dust settles, that nope, you don't have 10 grand in your account anymore, you have 2. That's the kind of deal a bail-in is, or none, who knows. And that's just an example of, they say, oh, if you have less than $85,000, it won't affect you. Well, I'm sorry, but I really don't trust what the bank says when it comes down to that, because if the problem and if the crisis was severe enough, don't think that they wouldn't push that envelope all the way down to the very last cent, because I'm sure they would. And on top of that, you'd see executives getting their bonuses at the end of the year. It's just too much. Well, guys, I know that we have insulated ourselves in blockchain. That is truly what I believe. I believe that this new financial system, they are just cranking this engine up, and it's going to be rolled out in short order. I'm guessing by mid-2023, a majority of countries on Earth are going to have those CBDCs in place. And literally, I bet you dollars to donuts, by 2025, it is all over. There is no such thing as a fiat system. This current financial system has been executed with absolute precision, and we're into the digital system full bore. So, guys, anyhow, being that it's Friday, I hope you have a great Friday. And we have our video coming out later on this afternoon. And hey, how about that news on Ripple? Fantastic. Judge Torres, man, I'm telling you what, that woman needs to run for, Congress or Senate or something. But any case, it was a great decision for the XRP Army, as you know. And we're just thrilled to see what's going to happen. Now, hey, SEC, who knows? They could file some motions, kick the can down the road a little bit. But needless to say, we know that the decisions are in our favor. Well, guys, I will be out later on this afternoon with a regularly released video. And remember, the weekends are time for your family, time for you, time for friends. And we don't do any videos on the weekends, so that you can kind of get a little break and I can get a little break and we can just enjoy life. All right, I'll talk to you later. Take care.